Yes, people. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still on it. Never lack. You get me, man. Never lacks. Never lacks, man. 1 second. One sec, man. Just sorting this out. I'm back. Calm down, I'm back, calm down, calm yourself down. Man's back. You get me? I'm back. So yeah, man, I've got a few topics to talk about this morning. I can't sleep. Man can't sleep. So it looks like I'm stuck doing this. Told ya, I'm happy that I do this, otherwise I'll be fucked. You get me? You ain't ready. Too little spaghetti. You're never gonna forget me. I'm a fucking G. I stay bitter to the end. I don't need no friend. Fuck your request. Fuck Chris. I got my compass. Reluctant. Throw you in the junction. Yeah, man. I got a few topics to talk about. I'm just fucking around right now. Where shall we start? Where shall we start? Let's start with Neolithic, megalithic. The Mayans were the giants. They owned precious stones called jade stone, the rosette stone, things like that. You know, that way. You know, the Mayans, they created like gold, the first pyramids. Never rely on anyone. I'm not fake. Round me, I'll take your cake. I don't want a slice, I want the whole cake. Time to get baked, you little mistake, you little beanhead, my life is dread. I don't know why I read that on the paper for. I can't really write too well, my writing's terrible, look. You know that way. Writing's terrible, look. Terrible, mate. Anyway, let's go back to the story. Fucking hell, I've wrote fucking bars all over that. What the fuck, man? Central America. Cyclones. They were giants with one eyes. They found huge heads with just one eye. Explain that then. The Enkis were the first supreme beings on this planet. Then it was the Anunnaki. Then it was the Sumerians. So on. Sumerians and Anunnaki, known as the giants, they breeded, they intermingled with our females. they weren't humans, that was something else. So yeah, then now we're them now. We're hybrids. We're half Anunnaki or half Sumerian. Because we don't know if it's half Sumerian or half Anunnaki. It's one of them two. It can only be one of them two, or both. Anunnaki, they're flying giants with wings. They come from outer space. We think they come from Nibiru or Titan. Nibiru is the last planet. It only shows in space every 2020 years. And it's now lining up again. It's now lining up again with Earth, with Mother Earth, with the Earth. Naturally is called Terra Firma. This Earth is naturally called Terra Firma. And they're coming back to check to see how we've progressed. They're coming back to see how we've progressed. And they're not going to be happy. Well, they might be happy. I don't know what they want. I don't know what they put us here for. I don't know what they made us for. Whether we're just like ants and we just do mining, you know, in many different forms. The giants got extincted with the dinosaurs. The giants that were left, they got extincted with the dinosaurs. You know, like, and after becoming Ice Age. Everything was huge back in them days. The atmosphere was different. The atmosphere is different now because we've evolved. We're smaller. The Anunnaki or the Sumerians interbreeded with our peoples, whatever they're called, whatever the humans were called then, because they weren't called humans, they were called like Supreme Being or something. And then made us, we're the hybrids, and then we carried on through life, and every 20 they come back, 1,000 years. Every 20,000 years they come back. So I'm dyslexic, I can't pronounce that. Every 220,000 years, every 220,000 years they come back because it lines up again. We're going through now. We used to be in the centre of the universe. We're not in the centre no more. We're flying more around, but I can't explain it because I'm not a scientist. But I can just try and explain it. We're going through the fifth dimension. There's all different dimensions in space. We are going through the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is 5D. You've got 4G, 3G, 5G, but it's not called 5G no more. It's not called 5G no more. It's called 5D. And 5D means fifth dimension. So we're going through different the technology we're going through now, frequency wise, is amazing. We're going through that time now where they're gonna start, they're gonna start making like weird cars, weird machinery. They've already got weird machinery, but they're gonna start making even more stuff now. So yeah, let's get back to the story. Egypt, Khufu. He was the first pharaoh to make the first boat. He was the first pharaoh to make the first pyramid. Atlantis, the lost city of Atlantis. It is based in Spain. The Hercules Gate, the two pillars of Hercules, it's not there no more, but you can still see some parts of it. It was behind the two pillars of Hercules, and now it is sunk underwater. The Mediterranean Sea, due to magnetic forces. They say it was from the Ice Age. When the Ice Age happened, and afterwards the ice had melted, the sea level rose, and it just took over every like beach and shoreline and coast, because it was on the coast of Spain in the Mediterranean Sea. The magnetic force was due to earthquakes, things like that. Tectonic plates moving. I never went to school. I taught myself. Right. Most of the Atlantic people were called the sea people. They come from the sea. They come from the sea. They're the sea people. The reason why there's a man called Atlas, and if you Google it, put in the god Atlas, and you see him holding the globe. He's holding the world. The reason why he's called Atlas, and the reason why he is who he is, because he was supposed to have mapped the whole world. He's supposed to have mapped the whole world. Let me go to that. One sec. He's supposed to have mapped the whole world. We'll go to that in a minute because I've lost the page. Sorry. I'm terrible, I am. I've lost the fucking page. Right, let's go. What's that there? What's that? How did the Egyptians measure the whole earth? Now this is a question. How did the Egyptians measure the whole earth? Wow, we live in a sphere. We live in a sphere inside a magnetic sphere. The Egyptians used the night sky to measure the sky, to measure the earth, to measure the equator line. The earth is round and it wobbles once. The earth is round and it wobbles once as it goes round the sun. The ancients discovered this, but how and with what tools, we don't know. We don't know. We'll get to that in a minute. The Dead Sea Scrolls of Phot, P-H-O-T, I can't pronounce it. The Pharaoh, Phot, P-H-O-T, Phot. The Pharaoh Phot of Egypt, 7,000 years ago. The god of the moon, Phot, I can't say his name, but yeah, this geezer, 7,000 years ago, one of the first pharaohs, he's remembered as the god of the moon. He measured how far the moon was with a special gold tool, like a lunar calendar, that metal thing they found with, you know. My stomach is in pieces. I got a bad belly. Not shit wise. I mean, like burping. Greek. Let's get to Greek now. Greek. Anti-Capharum. That's what I was just talking about. That's the machine. That's like the stargazer. That's how they map the stars. It's called Anti-Capharum. That's the mad metal gadget they found. For the Americans, it's probably called anti-Capharum, but for the English people in England, in UK, it's called anti-Capharum. A star dialer, star guider, it predicts where the stars will move. Plato, we're still on Greek. Plato, however you want to pronounce him, is another god, a Greek god. He's the god of Atlantis. He said there was a great flood, but how he said there was a great flood, but no one knows how he knew, because this flood was 8,000 years before him. And I just told you what Atlantis means. Atlantis means Atlas, and Atlas means the geezer that holds the globe, who measured the whole world. That's why he's holding the globe. And the Atlantis people were hybrids. Fuck's sake, man. Have I skipped the page again? Fuck off, man. Fucking out, having one hand. Hey man, it's the one-armed man. It wasn't me, it was the one-armed man. Caribbean. Let's get to the Caribbean. This is just a little freestyle mix-up. Caribbean has got most secrets, as there's a passageway with myths and legends. If you cross it at a certain point, if they drain the whole sea, all the seas and all the oceans, you would be surprised at what they would find. So many artifacts that can explain the meaning of life. I don't mean the meaning of life, I mean the way things are made, things like that. And telling us everything about the old world, plus telling us things about the future, which is the new world. And they are the sea people. They lived after the Ice Age. That's their time. They lived after the Ice Age. Oh, got some more. Yeah, they lived after the Ice Age. The sea people got defeated by the Egyptians. That's what made Egypt so strong. Wealthy, stealthy, healthy, and the sea people lived around the Spanish and African coast, known as today as the Mediterranean Sea. Sorry, I got dyslexia, I can't read good. Till it got struck by lightning, causing magnetic force sinking the city Atlantis. Egypt plus many other ancients used a cross with a circle in the middle to pinpoint any part of the world, and they was only off by a bit, but they might not have been off point. The earth must have been tilted decades after. Shit, I can't read that. The earth must have been tilted decades after or centuries after. This is all fact. Most of the Sea Kings come from Egypt. Greek and Atlanteans are from the sea. This is not fictionary, this is facts. Bahamas, this is a fact of the day. Bahamas, they found pink and black pigs. You know, pigs. How can a pig live on Bahamas? Well, I've just found out. I'll tell you the story quickly. Some geezer was travelling. He went to the Bahamas. He travelled through some forest or whatever it's called, you know, whatever that part is, you know, the bushes or whatever. And he come to a load of fucking pigs, man. Like about 1,000 of them. And he's like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? What's going on here then? And then obviously he's realised, you know, something's weird here. Because we thought pigs were made for us to eat. So anyway, he managed to take one of the DNAs out of the one of them. One sec. So yeah, I'm back, sorry. Let's go for a wee. So yeah, they found loads of pigs, black and pinks pigs. Don't forget the Bahamas is hot. The Bahamas is hot. You know, it's by the desert, it's by this, by that. You know, it's hot, yeah? So, anyway, there's rainforests or whatever there. You know, I'm not fucking too tough on it. You know, I mean, I'm not, you know. Anyway, I'm just freestyling now. They found black and pink pigs. But anyway, so they found out after, 2-3 years after, they found a shipwreck by the Bahamas, not too far from where that island part was. They found a shipwreck, and they found like skeletons, like human skeletons. They found animal skeletons, and they found a lot of pigs skeletons. They found a lot of skeletons of pigs. So obviously the story goes, the ship sank, and the only people that survived were the pigs. Were a few of the pigs, because they were probably fat, and they probably floated to the shore. You know, buoyancy. You know, whatever the word is, buoyancy. They probably floated because they was fat, full of, you know, whatever. So that's how. But still, what a fucking good story, man. What a good story. Let's move on. Let's move on. 1 sec. Right. Oh, not that one. What's it? Ah. Where the fuck is that gone? Got a snotty nose. Yeah, let's fuck all that history for a bit. Let's talk about therapy. Do you think therapy really works for a human being? Because I've had therapy, I've had weeks of it, I've had hours of it, hours and hours. If you add it all up, I've had hours and hours and hours of therapy. And I'm not saying it hasn't worked, or I'm not saying it did work or whatever. I'm just saying that it probably did work, but that's just for me. Now, there's still people out there that do bad things to themselves, you know. I'm not stating that therapy worked for me. I am stating that probably because the lady was pretty. That's probably why I felt a bit comfortable with her. I felt comfortable with the lady because she was pretty. You know, that way. So that's the only reason probably why I felt so comfortable. That sounds really bad, don't it? So yeah, I don't think therapy really works. That's just my opinion. I don't think therapy works for the reasons people are still doing bad things. In all different genres, you know, all different things, like, you know, if you get therapy for that, you get therapy for this, you get therapy for a lot of different things. Why does the camera keep doing that, man? You get me? You get all different sorts of therapy for different things. So my point is, I don't think therapy works. Therapy. So I want your views on what you think of. If you've been for therapy, how did you feel after? Did you feel better after the months, or you know what? You know, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Self-harm. That's another one. Self-harm. People self-harm, don't they? Fucking hate this mic, man. It's Bluetooth. It works through an app. Yeah, do you think therapy works? Do you think it's good? Self-harm. I'm not saying if you've self-harm, comment on my fucking shit. So yeah, but you know, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I'm here to talk. That's what I'm here for. The universe has sent me here. The universe has brought me here. The universe has brought me here to do this. and I always knew I had a purpose in life. Not just being, not just having kids. I knew that I was here for a reason. I knew that I had to be here for a reason, but I don't know what it was. It's to procreate. We're all here to procreate, but that ain't just the reason why we're here. We've got to be here for other reasons, because the world, the universe is too vast. It's too vast for it not to be more. So, questions today is, what do you think on your own existence? Why do you think you're here? Comment down below why you think you're living on this earth. What do you think the universe sent you here for? I have saved a lot of people's lives. You don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. But I have. I've healed a lot of females in my life. They've been damaged. Then I've got with them and they've been damaged, telling me all these rotten stories and stuff. And then I've made them overcome it. I've made them forget about it. I've made them be different. I've made them, I'm a healer. I am a healer. But when it comes to healing myself, I can't do it, because that's just, you can't heal yourself. So I can heal others, but I need others to heal me. So I'm bringing facts every day. There's always orbs flying around. You always see orbs flying around. I ain't doing this podcast alone. I'm doing this with my ghosts. I'm doing this with the ghosts, mate. They're getting high with me, baby. You get me? So yeah, I just want everyone to understand me. And obviously most people don't understand me. And I think that's a bit unfair, because it's not hard to figure out. You get me? I'm just a living person. I don't care about the meaning of life. It's bullshit. I know why I'm here. I'm here to speak to you right now. I'm here to speak to you right now. I'm here to show you comfort. I'm here to show you comfortness. You can call me anytime. Come and see me anytime. 24 hours. Even if you want to sit with me for 24 hours. It don't matter how long. Time's not a problem. All I want to do is spread the knowledge, spread how I think, because I do think good. I never went to school. I got kicked out at 12 and a half, rare tear, and I still think I've learnt myself, yeah, thanks to the internet, yeah. That's one thing I can be grateful for the internet, because I'm doing this now, thank you to the internet. And I'm doing this now, yeah. And I'm still alive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all that shit. But I'm still here, because I'm here for a reason, a real reason. Only the real realise with real eyes. If I ever went blind, that's it, mate. I could not live life without eyes. You can't live life just on a sense. It's just not right, man. You need the whole of your 6 senses, or your 10. So let's get back to the story. This lady feeds her kids roadkill. Feeds her kids roadkill. Could be a rat, could be a rabbit. It's just disgusting what some people do in America. And do you reckon it's going to snow in Birmingham? If you're far from here now and it's snowing, can you please comment if it's snowing in your direction? It snowed a little shower here the other day, just like a little shower, like a little tickle, a little sprinkle. But that was minor, that was nothing. So where are you now, yeah? If you're anywhere in the world and you're watching this, I hope you are. Is it snowing by you? It isn't. You know when it's going to snow, because it's not cold. It's like it sorts, it weirdly warms up, and then next day you wake up, pure white everywhere, snow. I don't like snow. It's, the first bit's nice, but then days after, when it starts to rain, it starts getting slushy. People are chucking black snow at ya. It's fucking hell, man. You get me? You know that one? The slush, it's just not, you can't ride your bike, you can't do this, you don't want to go in a car because you're scared because of black ice. You know, there is a lot of bad points to snow. Yeah, you can go outside and make a snowman with your little ute and that, and go sledging and sleighing and snowball fighting. I got chilblains, oh man. Fuck all that. When I was a little ute, about 10, I used to go outside with my older brother to do snowball fighting, yeah, right? That was when the snow was deep, yeah, right? So, talking about 24 years ago now, probably longer than that, probably about 7 or 8. I used to go outside with my socks on my hands, old school, you get me? I miss those days, you get me? Everything's bought for you. And now you're older, you gotta provide for yourself, man. What else we got to do? The girl that drinks gasoline. What the fuck, man? I bet she's got bare energy. Woo! She's gonna die. She's gonna end up dying. She's drinking gasoline. In America, their gasoline's like, I don't know how stronger, but it's stronger. It's like octane. That's what it's called. It's not called gas. It's not called petrol. Fuck. It's not called petrol in America. It's called octane. In this country, it's called petrol and diesel. You know, but in that country, in America, it's called gasoline, but gasoline is called octane. It's the main petrol. You know, you probably got a few others, but she's drinking it and that, and she knows she's gonna die, but she just don't give a fuck, man. You can't drink an ounce of petrol a day. Kids, don't. You see, it's weird, because years ago, that was sniffing petrol. I weren't, I've never done that, but years ago, that was sniffing petrol, however they do it. Now they're fucking drinking it. What are they gonna be doing in the future? What they're gonna be drinking acid? They're gonna be sniffing acid in the future. Channels that put other people's lives in jeopardy. YouTubers feel free, and they think it's okay to record someone's video and put it on their YouTube and make a reaction video about it, and they're saying he's mental.